unbelievable finish in the NBA last night, and a moment of history for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Thunder and Nuggets, late third quarter, consecutive games, tying Wilt Chamberlain for the longest such streak in NBA history. Now let's get to the game. It was great. Fourth quarter, Nuggets down 6, but not for long. Jokic, money, the three-point game. 36 seconds left. Neek, how about Jokic in the paint?
Great footwork and finish right there for Jokic.
He had 32 points in a triple-double. It's a one-point game. 19 seconds left. Still a one-point game. SGA.
The same move every time. Step back.
Every
pass.
time. 35 points for SGA.
That can't guard me.
OKC up by 4. But watch what happens here. 13 seconds left. Nuggets down by 4. Jokic off a screen. He makes the three, and we've got a foul called on Jalen Williams for running into Jamal Murray. Take another look. We've got a chance for the unconventional 4-point play. Murray, the free throw, and we're tied with 8 seconds left. OKC inbound to win a remarkable game and a remarkable record for SGA. This is a record that has stood 63 years. And for SGA to do it as a guard, the next longest streak of 20 consecutive points by a guard was done by Oscar Robertson. His streak was 79 games. SGA at 126. Thunder will try and take on the Celtics on Thursday night in SGA.
Quite the festivities. Nikola Jokic getting a lead of the game, seeing 20/20 vision. We're going to get to that right now. 22 points, his 126th straight 20-point performance. Tying Wilt. Lou Dort's elbow catches Nikola Jokic's face. Dort got hit with a flagrant one. After the game says, I didn't mean to hit. Tied the game at 126 with 8 seconds to play. But that's way too much time for that man. The night from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, becoming just the second player with 35 points, 15 assists, and no turnovers in a game. LeBron James was the only other to do so back in 2018. Now SGA, the overwhelming favorite to run it back at MVP, minus 800 according to DraftKings Sportsbook. We say good morning to NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins, waking up early this morning with us. Perk, fantastic to see you. Big-time shots, big-time clutch performance again from SGA. What did you make of what you saw from him down the stretch in the closing moments?
Well, that he's the best player in the world, and he's picking up where he left off from last year. When you talk about one of the most efficient guards to ever play the game of basketball, that's SGA. And last night he showed that you could put me. That game last night was one of them from an individual standpoint. And you talk about being able to go get yours, 35 plus, and then make guys around you better, a la Jalen Williams, a la, Isaiah Joe. Those role players were getting off because of the attention of SGA. And when you look at where the Thunder are right now, they understood the assignment. They understand that every game matters because they're trying to have home court throughout the Western Conference because they learned from having 2 important Game 7s last year on their home floor that they can't take it for granted. And they know that the Spurs are right there lurking, trying to catch them for that number 1 spot.
Well, let's go back to one member, Perk, of the OKC Thunder, who's certainly playing with some added intensity, and that is Lou Dort. Let's go back. We have a So This Happened.
The foul assessed, Dort will be reviewed to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Perk, they go from, come on, it didn't even hit him in the face, to, okay, the left arm that hit him in the face.
Very much got him in the face.
First of all, yeah, nobody talked on that broadcast for about 12 seconds. And then secondly, Perk, habitual line stepper here with Dort, specifically with Jokic. How does that arm come all the way back up on the follow-through?
Well, Dort got to understand that he's under watch, right? From all his previous stuff, especially when it comes to him and Jokic from their last outing, a few games ago. And so, again, Luke Dort is one of those guys he's going to play physical. He's going to bring that tenacity. That's why this guy's always flirting in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. First defense. All that stuff matters. But again, he has to watch himself because we're getting down to the stretch where he is so valuable to this team, especially having so many unknowns. If Jalen Williams is going to be back, is Alex Caruso going to be healthy? he's so important that he got to make sure that he understands and keep himself in the moment and keep himself in the game, because he is one of those game swingers or series swingers that if he's not available, the Thunder actually could lose the series because of the importance of him.
Right. Perk, that was last night. This is tonight a massive one between the Celtics and the Spurs, both 2 seeds in their respective conferences. What are you looking forward to most in this game?
I'm looking for a brawl for it all. We're talking about two teams that are, legit title contenders. This could possibly be a finals preview. Like, we got to realize the Spurs are not waiting for next year or the year after next. They're for the now. Wemby is for the now. I'm looking at Jason Tatum return for the Boston Celtics, and I'm saying to myself, they're ready for all the smoke. They're the most dangerous team in the NBA because they have the most championship experience in the Eastern Conference with a duo that is proven to get it done. And the way that Tatum is looking, obviously Jaylen Brown playing at the MVP level and Wemby, I'm looking forward to these two teams because, again, the Spurs are trying to catch that number 1 seed. They understand the only knock on them is having lack of playoff experience, and that they want to make sure that they can have every game possible on their home court this playoff series.
And the Spurs,
this playoffs.
Yeah, they're absolutely red hot. 15-1 in their last 16 games. Perk, always good to see you, my man.
Appreciate it.
See the festivities out in Los Angeles. Screen left, Jalen Brunson, his Knicks in town, taking on Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. Brunson's been on a bit of a shooting slump. He would get right in this one. The problem was Kawhi would get whatever he wanted. Just bully ball on OG Anunoby, putting the moves on him. A little mid-range jumper, 21 first-half points for Kawhi. 42 straight 20-point games, and I know what you're thinking. He played 42 straight games? No, it was just more that when he has played, he's dropped 20 or more. In the third, Mohamed Diawara. Look at this move. Sometimes Diawara drives, it's got to be a one-way street. He was not about to pass this basketball. A little selfish ball, and it leads to the Knicks cutting this deficit to just 13. Brunson's going to make it 7. Going into the fourth quarter, he had 28 points, 12 of 23 shooting. In the fourth, here comes Karl Anthony Towns. Up fake? Yep, got to respect the 3, and then just 3 the hard way.
Body control.
He had his first 30-point game since December. He had 35 points. And then Cat swinging to OG Anunoby. Hold on a second. Now it's just a 5-point game, 22 for OG. Derrick Jones Jr., however, swatting Brunson, leads the other way. Who's going to finish this fast break? Benedict Mathurin, old Benny Math. Old Benny by no meals. Old Benny bisect. He had 28 off the bench, and the Clippers